One name being floated as a potential White House press secretary is nationally syndicated radio host Laura Ingraham. She's also editor-in-chief of LiveSet and a Fox News contributor. Laura, it's nice to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you guys.
Have you talked about this job? Has it been offered to you?
Well, I think I think they're focused right now on the cabinet, which is, I think, the proper priority for things. I mean, you want to get your cabinet people in place, and then you move down to other White House staff. You know, the folks at the Trump transition, a lot of them are very old friends of mine. We've known each other for a long time. We know our writing styles. We know our speaking styles. And so
I'm going to take this as a strong yes. I'm going to take this as you've talked about it. Do you want it, I guess, is the other question.
Well, you know, we have to have real conversations, and it really is a privilege. I know it sounds cliche. It's a privilege to be considered. But they have an amazing group of young people at the campaign and at the transition who really, they did the work to get Donald Trump elected, and they have a lot of talent to choose from.
Okay.
It's nice to be considered, but they have a lot of great people there. So that's all I can say right now.
Real quickly, Laura, I mean, we know you. We know your show. You have a sharp tongue. You're known for your sharp pen.
Oh, I mean, Savannah. Sharp tongue.
You know, this is one of those jobs where you could create an international incident from the White House briefing room.
Is that what you're really worried about, an international incident? You know, I think so. Look, I think some folks who are watching now, they conservative talk show hosts. I was a Supreme Court clerk. I worked as a white-collar litigator at Skadden Arps. I have a pretty broad career in both government as a young speechwriter in the Reagan administration. I worked at the Department of Transportation, Department of Education, and the White House in domestic policy. So, I understand. I understand there's a stereotype
more
out
than
there,
meets
and
the
that's
eye.
fine.
Okay, we get that.
A little
we get
more.
that.
And I'm a mother of 3 children who I just left at home.
You make all your own clothes. Great dancer.
I do.
Right.
Actually, no, Matt. No, yeah, Matt. You've already pegged me. Thank you so much.
All right, let's move on here. Nikki Haley said some tough things about Donald Trump during the campaign. He said some tough things about her. It was only at the very end, Laura, where she seemed to begrudgingly say, "I'll vote for Donald Trump." Is she seriously being considered for Secretary of State? Would she do? Would she be good for the job?
I think it shows that Donald Trump is not shutting out voices who were critical of him in the campaign. For all the talk that Trump's going to be this guy who holds grudges against. That's just not the way he is. He's very practical and very pragmatic. He might not be as ideological as some conservatives want him to be. I understand that concern. He's very pragmatic, and I think he's going to look at people with a wide variety of talents. You're seeing that in the people coming and going from Trump Tower right now. And if she's there, I imagine she's there to be considered for a serious position. But I do not have any inside information about what position Nikki Haley would be considered for.
Let me do this. Let's end where we started. Let me go back to you and the potential that you're White House press secretary. What's the dynamic going to be in that press room? Because Donald Trump spent the last year and a half basically calling members of the press and the media crooked, corrupt, dishonest. Is there going to have to be some fence mending for whoever takes that position?
Well, I think one thing that is going to be important, I would imagine, for the Trump folks is to have a very transparent and practical approach to the press. I mean, I think the press has its own problems with credibility and building back credibility with the American people. Every poll, not conservative polls, show that there are a lot of folks out there who believe the media is really biased and really was in the tank for Hillary Clinton. And I know people don't like to hear that, but that's the way most people view the press today. I think the press has a lot of work to do to build back its own credibility. And I think for Donald Trump, I think he wants someone who knows the issues, who's going to try to explain them to the American people and keep people updated. I don't think it's all that complicated. If you understand the agenda that the Trump folks are going to be pursuing, then you'll be better prepared to take that message to the American people and to the press. And I think a lot of great people in the press. I've known a lot of the reporters who are covering the White House for many, many years. I happen to be friends with a lot of them. We don't agree on everything, but that's okay. I think this is going to be a process, and people want clarity right off the bat. But I think it's going to have to develop in its own way.
All right, Laura, here's a quickie for you. Do you think that Donald Trump should appoint a special prosecutor to look into Hillary Clinton, as he mentioned and some of his supporters really wanted him to do?
I mean, I'm not thinking I'm going to be in the Justice Department right now. I don't have a view on that. I think there are a lot of people who just want to turn the page and move past this this very rancorous time in American politics. If I were on the outside commenting on it, I'd probably say let's just move forward and get beyond that. I don't think most Americans want to spend months and months and months going through what the Clintons did or didn't do at the foundation or with the private server. That's my own sense. Again, I'm not speaking for the administration, but I think a lot of people want to turn the page and they want a fresh start.
All right, Laura Ingraham. Laura, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing more of you. That's
oh,
just
Matt,
my
I like
hunch.
the beard, too. I'm not a beard, but it looks really good on you.
Thank you very much. We'll see you soon, all right?
All right, take care.
Thank you, Laura.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.